Back in the late antiquity or Middle Ages, love story is quite different as of today. Just like the story of The Fault in Our Stars by John Green and the love story of Pyramus and Thisbe by Ovid are very different. Then, you might ask, did the definition of love change since then? Not quite, because the definition of love, according to Merriam Dictionary, is a feeling of strong or constant affection for a person. All love stories fit in this category. Then why did the literary style change? Like the style of our clothing, we change it constantly to fit our modern taste. Now, let's go back to the time of late antiquity where some great love story was created. Like Romeo and Juliet? No, much older. I was talking about the love story of Pygmalion and Galatea, Pyramus and Thisbe, and Atalanta and Hippomenes. With their style of writing, we may be able to know what love is in their perspective, just like the styles of our clothing today. If you went to elementary school, you certainly learned something boring about William Shakespeare and his famous story Romeo and Juliet. But did you know that the love story of Pyramus and Thisbe by Ovid are quite the same? Both of the stories started with two young lovers whose family wouldn't allow them to be together because of an ancient grudge between two families. So the young lovers would meet every day in their secret place. But one fateful day, our prince saw that his lover is dead. Without checking Juliet's pulse or checking whether Thisbe survived the attack of a lion, our prince committed suicide without any hesitation. After Romeo and Pyramus died, our heroine went back to life. And seeing the dead bodies of their prince, they also committed suicide. So, yeah, to scale it down, William Shakespeare and Ovid have the same point of view of what love is. For them, love is something cruel that someone or anyone must die to attain happily ever after, or true love will never separate two lovers in thick and thin. Stories in the Middle Ages are unusual, but not as unusual as the love story of Atalanta and Hippomenes. The story goes, Atalanta, a beautiful lady who had the ability to run faster than any other man. The only way to marry Atalanta is to win a race against her. But if the man loses the race, he will be executed. One day, Hippomenes challenged Atalanta into a race and won with the help of Aphrodite, the goddess of love. And do you think they live happily ever after? Not so fast. This is where things would get crazy. After they got married, they went to the woods and made love in the holy shrine of Mother Earth, and that angered the god. Because of this, the god turned them into lions. Yes, lions, a vicious carnivore that caused Pyramus and Thisbe their death. With this, our outlook of love would change. It is now something we need to attain, and that it isn't constant. Now, you might think that all stories created in the Middle Ages don't have a happy ending. Again, wrong. The love story of Pygmalion and Galatea is one of the beautiful stories that I have read. The story is about a king who couldn't find a girl that fits for him, because every woman he meets are selfish and rude. The king is also good at sculpturing. He then carves out an ivory. Its beauty was majestic that the king fell in love with the ivory. One day, in the festival of Aphrodite, he prayed to the god asking for a woman to marry. As the king went home, he found out that the ivory was alive. Aphrodite then blessed the king and the living ivory, happiness and unity. Did they live happily ever after? Yes, they did. With this story, we now know what love is in another perspective. We have learned that to find true love, we must be patient. To summarize, love is cruel, and the only way to find its true beauty is to be patient. Just like Erno Rubik, who invented the Rubik's Cube, it took him months to finish his own puzzle. It is easy to fall in love, but it takes time to know what love truly is.